Okay, hello and welcome to the video. My name is Wade Smith, and in this video, I'm going to address one of my gripes about the supposed Christian community, which is the so called speaking in tongues of Pentecostalism and the Charismatic Church. And the Catholics actually believe in this too, although they never actually do it, but they claim to believe in it. But first of all, the New Testament application of that is a misapplication of an Old Testament verse where the prophet says, "With stammering lips and an unknown tongue will I speak to you." All that means is that he spoke in a different language. It doesn't mean that he spoke in a unknowable gibberish that you claim is a language, but is scientifically proven to not be a language. Um, I I used to go to a Pentecostal church. In fact, I was born and raised in a Pentecostal family, a non-denominational Pentecostal family. And even as an adult, I continued going to a major church, a couple of them, but at one time I was at the same church for a little over 2 years. And they would give these tongues and interpretations of tongues. And just like all the other Pentecostal and charismatic churches do. And one thing I've noticed all of my life is there is absolutely no way to verify what the speaker is claiming to tell you to believe. There is one thing that will always be in common is that there is absolutely no way to verify what the speaker is claiming. There's no way to verify that what they're saying is a language at all. And then when they give the supposed English interpretation, there is no way to verify that what they're claiming is true. And in fact, you can very often debunk it. In fact, I caught one of them who didn't know the difference between Noah and Moses and claimed to be inspired by God, giving a divine utterance or an allegedly divine utterance. And he did not know the difference between Noah and Moses. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all your getting, get understanding." What is there to understand about all of that gibberish? And why did Paul spend so much time talking on this? And then he said, I would quote, I would rather speak 5 words with my understanding than 10,000 words in tongues. Does that sound like somebody who was promoting tongues? He said that in Corinthians. I would rather speak 5 words with understanding than 10,000 words with tongues. Does that tell you how worthless that is? I'm going to do another video on this topic where I'll discuss some other things later, but I'm just this is just a brief introduction to it. And why do Christians prefer ignorance to wisdom when the Old Testament commandment is to get wisdom and with all you're getting, get understanding? If you can't understand it, it's not real wisdom. I mean, gee. That, by the way, was actually Paul's own fault because Paul also said in there that the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God, which is an outright lie. Real wisdom is wisdom, whether it comes from man or whether it comes from God, is still worthwhile if it's real wisdom. Otherwise, you wouldn't have wisdom. If you can't understand it, it's not real wisdom anyway. So the Proverbs got that right, and the modern Christians get it wrong. They say everything is by faith, And you don't even believe that your own self. You learn everything by experience, not faith. I mean, pardon me for being crude, but you didn't even learn to wipe your own behind after you went to the toilet, except that you were taught by somebody. People are so deceived, and I don't know what else to do about it except complain and laugh about it. People are so deceived, just utterly trash deceived, and they think they're the most spiritual and righteous group of Christians around, and they're the most deceived ones around.